And that's what I intend on doing. If I got to go through this goof back here, that's exactly what I'll do. But I ain't scared. I'm a lot of things, baby, but I ain't scared.
Then we're going to take it at that, buddy. Now you hop along out of here, Fatso, as I sit here and I tell the people that you have just made the biggest mistake in your life. Now me and Spellbinder right here, Dave, and you and Troy know I could have reached out and pulled his throat out. But I didn't, did I? Because, see, we're going to play a game that, buddy, from now to then, you have to think about it. You have to think what's going to happen to you. Because when you come around and you face this guy, remember, the man that rules the world is just this far away.
Sid Vicious. We'll be back in just a moment. Talk about action and a big night coming up at the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum. Yeah, we've had some big nights down there recently, huh?
Big crowds, too.
Absolutely.
Great crowds down there.
You bring the entire family. $2 off tickets for kids 12 and under in all sections at the Mid-South Coliseum. Opening match of the night, 7:30 Monday night. Phantom Tragedy will be going against
King Cobra.
King Cobra, one of the favorites around here for a long, long time. And he will be going against the Phantom Tragedy Monday night in the opener. Jeff Gaylord had a tough day here today. You can give Sid Vicious an assist for that tough day. He'll be going against the Phantom Sorrow in a single match Monday night. Then, what about Fantasia, who's the valet of the
Phantoms,
the Phantoms? Well, put her in there against Miss Texas.
Boy, these two not through yet.
I tell you, it's going to be interesting. It always is when these two collide. Miss Texas against Fantasia. A return title contender match. Spellbinder will be going against the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. Yeah. And in spite of what Sid Vicious says, you notice Buddy Landell did not say, hey, I'm smart, I'm giving this one up, I'm not going to show up for that match. Buddy Landell says, I will be there. I know I'm going to have to beat Sid Vicious if I want to be the champion, and if I have to go through the Spellbinder to get there, that's exactly what I will do. So, they will face each other in the return title contender match, Nature Boy Buddy Landell against Spellbinder. Mixed six-person tag elimination match. After that, the Phantoms and Fantasia on one side of the ring. On the other, King Cobra, Jeff Gaylord, and Miss Texas. Should be an interesting situation in a tag elimination match. Then the USWA tag
what
titles.
a brawl last week between these teams.
And the belts have been held up.
Yeah.
That's the big news that we had to tell you about the USWA titles. The belts have been held up. And Beauty and the Beast, Ron and Jimmy Harris, I tell you, they are very large people, let me tell you. They will be going against, I don't have to tell you too much about the Moondogs. You know them.
Yeah, Rex and Spot.
They had the belts, but not anymore. The belts have been held up, and the winners of this match will be declared USWA Tag Team Champions Monday night. A grudge six-man tag team match. Look at this. You got Bill Dundee, Jerry Lawler, Brian Christopher against Tommy Rich, Doug Gilbert, Scott Bowden. You would have thought that Rich and Gilbert and Bowden would have learned their lesson last time around, but apparently not, because they are back, and they got Bill Dundee over in their corner with Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher. Get ready for wild action at the Mid-South Coliseum, and that's not all. Main event of the night. Unified World title will be on the line. Tell you what, he made some impact when he was here last time. He wants another shot at him. And we got Mabel coming back in, the WWF's Mabel, to go against Sid Vicious. This time says, I think I understand how to take the belt from Sid Vicious and become
a new champion.
Unified World Champion. That's exactly right. Could be a brand new champion at the Mid-South Coliseum Monday night. Don't forget, it's going to be a big night coming up. 7:30 is the time. $2 off for kids 12 and under at all the seat locations. Make your plans right now to be there when the action kicks off at 7:30 Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Had a lot of people tell me last time Mabel was here, wasn't able to get out there. This time, got a chance to see Big Mabel.
Got another chance, and he has the added advantage this time of being able to go to school on Sid Vicious last time around.
Having that bout in there earlier.
Could be a different situation this time with a new champion. Talking about Mabel from the WWF, take a look at some of the highlights from Mabel. That's Mabel from the WWF coming back to town Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Going to be going against Sid Vicious, and the unified world title will be on the line. It's one of those situations, too, which is unusual for Sid Vicious in that he will not be going in as the largest of the people in the ring. Mabel is actually...
Over 500 pounds,
yeah, no doubt about it. Speaking of Sid Vicious, here he is back right here. I see he's without Spellbinder. Spellbinder kind of figured into that situation last time around, too. But it's the rematch coming up Monday night.
Dave, has someone hit you in your head and you've lost your memory? Has that happened to you?
No. We remember.
And then, I guess I wouldn't have to ask you, if you remember last time Mabel rolled into town, and I do mean rolled into town, what happened to Mabel? Mabel, you ended up on your fat face, and you were looking up at the lights, and before you knew it, you said, what had happened to me? Now, I would like to say something to you, Mabel. Yes, you are a great rap singer. I hear a few chuckles out here. I said, yes, you are a great rap singer. But see, I am the world champion. See, Gabriel, I am the world champion, and I can take probably a 10-year-old kid out of here, and he can easily tell you who the greatest wrestler is, and I am going to do that. I want you two boys to come here a second.
Well, calling for testimonials from the audience here. I don't know.
These two kids are probably 10 years old. And hey, is Mabel a great rap singer? Ask them. Is he a great rap singer?
Is he a great rap singer?
No. It's Mabel. This is for me.
Oh, no. Okay, but who is the greatest wrestler?
You.
Okay, have a seat.
Well,
okay, real quickly, I made my point, Mabel. See, my point is this. It doesn't take a lot of brains to realize you have overstepped your boundary. And you have made a grave mistake because the beating I gave you once before wasn't enough. Now, Coy, Dave Brown, promoters of the USWA, say, I'm going to tell you something. I will not be responsible what happens to you, Mabel. But I can tell you one thing. This will be your last trip because I am going to put my hands around your fat throat and I am going to squeeze the words out of your fat mouth. And you will tell me, Sid Vicious, you rule the world.
we'll be back in just a moment. Don't forget, Mabel comes to the Coliseum Monday night.
Who it is? If you're ready to get busy with the MAP, say who. There it is. Come on, who?
You know, last Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum was like old home week. It was Monday night memories for real, I'm telling you. To be in the ring once again with the superstar, Bill Dundee as my partner, along with Brian Christopher, it reminded me of, it was like that old concession stand battle we had down in Tupelo, Mississippi back in the, I guess about 1979. It was a long time ago, I know that. But last Monday night, it was great. It was that old-time Memphis wrestling. I'm telling you, there was blood, there was chairs, there were chains. And I'm going to tell you this. There's going to be more of the same this week. Because Tommy Rich, if you and Doug Gilbert and Scott Bowden think that we're through with you, you got another thing coming. And it wasn't really pretty last week, was it, huh? Yeah, there was blood flying everywhere. There were chairs and chains flying. And I don't care this week if I got blood from my nose to my toes. We're going to keep on going. If you grab one chain, we're going to grab two. You grab a chair, we're going to grab two. Whatever it takes. Whatever you guys come up with, we're going to top it. Do you understand that? It was wild last week, but it can get wilder, and it will get wilder this Monday night. Like I said, it's going to be some old-time Memphis wrestling. And Tommy Rich, you and Doug Gilbert and Scott Bowden, you're a bunch of young punks that aren't going to like it. So I'll see you guys Monday night.
Well, we're just about set to see Brian Christopher in USWA action right here today. The ring awaits. There he comes. Brian Christopher headed for the action. Got a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match coming up right now. He stepped through the ring apron, or through the ropes from the ring apron into the ring. Referee's waiting, and we're just about set to go with more USWA action. We have had two interesting matches so far here today. Spellbinder and Jeff Gaylord. And I think, I don't care what Sid Vicious says, I think he was largely responsible for what happened to Gaylord and that he distracted him. And but, you know, I got to say Vicious does make a point that you ought to pay attention to what's going on in the ring. We also had a situation in which Tommy Rich was defending the USWA title against Buddy Landell. And Landell had him beat. There's no doubt. He was going to be the champion, and Scott Bowden jumped in. Then Doug Gilbert jumped in. Brian came out to help, and then Bill Dundee comes running into the ring. Brian just heard somebody coming up behind him real fast, turned around, boom, hit him with a fist, and it was Bill Dundee.
Yeah, well, what happened was Gilbert and Rich, so I think he just automatically, they thought that it was Doug Gilbert.
Well, he had just thrown Doug Gilbert out of the ring in the same area.
Same direction, yeah.
I think he thought that it was probably Gilbert coming up behind him, which would have been a good assumption.
Yeah.
I think it was a mistake. Tommy Rich says it was not.
Boy, look at that. Power slam from Too Sexy. Brian Christopher. Snaps over Hendrick Hines. Drops down with a right hand. Boy, this guy can go, Dave.
Boy, he sure can.
Not only that, the talent right now in the USWA, the hottest, let me tell you, around. Christopher comes off the rope.
Ooh. Yeah, you're talking about hot talent. You consider Beauty and the Beast, the Harrisons back in here, and the USWA tag title. Some folks may have missed the announcement. Those belts are held up right now with the Moondogs, the former champions. Lots of things going on in the USWA.
The King, Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, the star, Brian Christopher, Unified World Champion Sid Vicious, big names in the USWA. Rich and Gilbert, you can go on and on. No time for sleeping when you're watching USWA. What a lick. Oh, goodness. He got it. That's it. What a lick from Christopher. Man,
I hadn't seen anything like that in a while. He popped him down, and it was over. I tell you what, somebody else that can go like Brian Christopher can is the superstar, Bill Dundee.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
But Summers grabs Billy, who was still. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Got it! We have new World Tag Champions. Lawler and Dundee.
Like the calls of my mind, misty watercolor memories of the way we were.
Dundee grabs a hold of Dangerly, throws him into the ring. Dundee springing that leg of Dangerly.
Give me the damn of my reputation. Next I want to improve my station. And I don't give a damn of my bad reputation.
And the Angel thrown into him, knocks Adrian down. 1, 2, 3, and Dundee's the winner.
Wild boys are calling on their way back from the fire. An August moon surrender to an
superstar for nothing. I think
yeah.
you see why right there. Bill Dundee, and man, what a team he made with Jerry.
What in the world?
Dream
What is a
Machine
Dream
here,
Machine
back in
doing
the
here?
USWA. Dream, we don't have a interview schedule.
Jubilee. You know, I watched that VTR on Bill Superstar Dundee. That was the greatest tag team partner that I had ever had in my life. We went to Philadelphia Spectrum, we sold it out. We went to Superdome, New Orleans, sold it out. Dundee was the greatest partner that I had ever had. And if I could, I would like to call him out here because I've searched the world over and I didn't know what happened to him. I would like to call him out here and just shake his hand and give him a hug if I could.
Well, I don't even know if he's,
Well, what do you mean you don't know?
still around or not, because here he is, right here. Okay.
Billy, hey,
Wait
give
it-
him a hand, man.
We got to get a break in soon here. Well, it's Old Home Week, obviously, for Dream Machine here.
This guy went an hour, man, with Billy Robinson. We held the belt for over a year. Ball and squall and climbing wall, old time Jubilee. Hey, give him a hand. Is this a superstar?
I agree with that.
Is this the man or what?
Brother,
Brother.
that was then, this is now. Way back then, brother, we was bad, we was good. We went to Dallas, Texas, and Hollywood. But that was then, brother, this is now. I don't live that kind of life no more. I don't do them things. I'm out of the wild side of life, Troy.
Brother, hey,
I'm just trying to do what, look, you broke my belt, you hugged me so hard.
I love you, man. Hey, I love you, man. Give this guy a hand. Is he a superstar or what? What I want to know is the bottom line. I've been traveling all over to Arkansas and everything, and the bottom line is I need a tag team partner. I'm Panther Quick and I'm leather tough, and I figured I've been pushing the dream out of hole to my dying breath. I served for my soul and gambled with death. I finally found my man Corey Macklin. You don't remember, but I know you remember it. We held the tag belt for over a year. We beat everybody in sight. Nobody can keep up with us, huh?
I told you then, brother. Hey, man, I told you then.
You would never
If the
change.
world title was won on talking, you would never lose it, brother. You'd be the world's champion forever, because you're the talkingest man I was ever around. You're the funniest man to drive up and down the road with. But, man, I can't do it right now. I promised Jerry Lawler that I'm going to help him out with something.
Jerry Lawler. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute now. You seen what happened a while ago here. Brian Christopher just hit you in the mouth.
Hey, man. Dreamer, he didn't mean to do that. Well, he was all excited.
You're right.
And I love seeing you, man. Let's just go out and have fun and we'll go.
He broke my ankle. Was that an accident, too?
I wasn't, Dreamer, man. I wasn't
God, we
here
said he
then.
broke my rib. You
I
wouldn't
wasn't here then.
But the
And we
bottom
was a
line-
good team. You're right. We was the best, one of the best there was. But I promised Lawler I'm going to help him out of this thing.
Promise Lawler. You can't
Brian
promise him nothing.
Christopher
Brian,
never meant to
that's
do that.
even worse.
So, brother, I
You
love
going
you
for the
like
Brian
brother.
President.
sure
Well, I
do,
love
sir.
you,
I'm
too.
going, and I've got to go back. You talk to
What do
the
you mean you
folks,
got
and
to
I
go
love
back?
you.
No, come here. Wait a minute, Bill. Wait a minute. I want to talk to you, Bill. No, I want to tell you. The bottom line is I need a tag team partner. I need a tag team partner, Dave. And this is the guy I need, man. I
But-
love you. I mean,
But he said he's committed.
I watched him go up. I mean, we went down the road for at least 6 years.
Yeah.
Unbeatable. I mean,
I know, and all them old stories we can stand out here and tell one another. Remember when we pierced old Jamie's ear? I remember that.
Right,
Tommy
right.
Rich was even in
I'll
on
give
that.
him the
But
first
I
Dream
give him
Machine.
that. Listen, this I want to make it real clear to you. Jerry Lawler, when I used to fight him, fought as hard against me as he does with me. He looked me right in the eye. He said, Bill, if you help me and Brian Christopher, he'll look you right in the eye and tell you he's there till the end. I love you like a brother, Troy, but I promised that man what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it, so goodbye. I see. Hey, what?
Bill Dundee, a man of his...
Hey, come on!
What is this? Dream Machine, he told you. Here comes Brian Christopher in to help out. Knocked Dream Machine off his feet. Dream Machine wouldn't take over. Oh, and now here comes Doug Gilbert and Scott Bowden. Oh, Bowden throws powder in Brian Christopher's eyes of some kind. Tommy Rich beating up on Bill Dundee over there. Dream Machine up in the ring.
Come on, Rich!
Oh, man.
What about it, Dave?
What are you doing here? What about it?
We gave him the chance.
Gave him the chance to what? What are you doing?
By a rope here, hanging it. Doug Gilbert. With Christopher on his back. Rich power drives Dundee. Come on, Doug Gilbert. We don't need any of this stuff out here today. Absolutely.
Choking Brian Christopher with a belt. Here's Eddie Marlin.
Yeah,
Let's get some help out of here. I'd ring the bell, but it wouldn't do any good. Now, what they passed us is that Rich has got a belt, beating Dundee up with it. Oh, man. And all started because Bill Dundee is living up to his commitment to be partners with Brian Christopher and Jerry Lawler. Let me tell you, that's ridiculous. We don't have time to listen and don't want to. Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take that break we should have taken a couple of minutes ago.
I said I was going to fit.
See Wildfire, Tommy Rich defending against the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell.
Ought to be a good one.
Oh, indeed. That's coming up right here today. A title contender match also, the Spellbinder versus Jeff Gaylord. News regarding the USWA tag titles in there. Moondogs in action along with Beauty and the Beast here today.
Important information about those tag titles.
Also, we'll be hearing from the world champion Sid Vicious here today as well. Brian Christopher in action. And in case you haven't heard, those of you who do not know, back in the USWA, the superstar, Bill Dundee. He's here today.
Is he back in the USWA? I tell you, for several months, Bowden, Rich, and everybody have been together. Doug Gilbert have outnumbered Brian Christopher and Jerry Lawler in most of the matches in which they've been involved. They've had this thing going, but not anymore. Lawler and Christopher brought in the superstar Bill Dundee to be their partner. Match occurred at the Memphis Mid-South Coliseum. Just take a look right here at some of. Talk about wild. Watch some of this.
Oh man.
Christopher and Gilbert out on the floor. Dundee now step back with a right hand. He goes up the front. Lawler up to Tommy Rich all the time. Into the table goes Scott. In the ring, Dundee picks up that metal chair. Nails Tommy Wildfire with that chair. Dundee's got the Florida State helmet. He's going to work with that thing. Jumps out on the floor with it. Goes up to Rich with it. Oh, and Rich hits Dundee and sends him down. Paul drives Brian Christopher. Well, Scott Bowden has finally got himself loose over there. Bowden was tied to that ring over there by Bill Dundee. He finally got a loose. Picks up the broom that went with that dustpan in there. Nails Doug Gilbert with that thing. Brian Christopher going after Doug Gilbert with that broom handle. Hits Tommy Rich with it. Oh, look at Christopher. Dundee nails Scott Bowden. He got him, Tommy. He got him. He got him. 7 minutes, 29 seconds. Lawler, Christopher, and Dundee, your winners. Bowden, Rich, and Gilbert all going at it. Doug Gilbert's got that Florida State helmet. Christopher nails him. Brian's got a boot from one of the fans, but Tommy Rich stops him. Dundee picks up that pole. That's the handle of that dustpan he's going to Doug Gilbert with. Christopher and Lawler have called in a partner that has certainly held his own. The superstar, Bill Dundee, gets the cover over Bowden. All after the bout is ended. The brawl continues. Now nearly 3 minutes past the sound of the bell, which was the official victory for Lawler, Dundee, and Christopher. Bill Dundee nails Doug Gilbert with that helmet. All of them continue to fight it out. Referee Kevin Christian slung out of the ring in this thing. As the fight continues. Lawler's got Scott Bowden. Look at this! Oh, he goes up, power drive Bowden, and Rich catches him. Dundee goes after Tommy Rich. And Rich again, right below the belt. Catches the
the superstar. Goes after the king. Man tosses the boot into Christopher. Christopher with that boot. Nails Scott Bowden with that man.
Oh, yeah, that kind of wild action anytime those guys get together, and most of them are here today. The USWA title on the line when we come back. Title is going to be on the line in that ring in just minutes. Buddy Landell challenging for the belt, which is held by Wildfire Tommy Rich on the way right here, along with Scott Bowden, who is wearing a neck brace, result of some of that wild action we showed you a little earlier. Tommy, the belt is on the line here today, and you got the tough competition in Buddy Landell.
Well, you know, before I talk about Buddy Landell and the USWA heavyweight title, I got something I'd like to talk about, Dave. You know, and it's really been bugging me. You know, I got home last week. You know, I'm from Nashville, started wrestling here in Nashville, and I got home last week, and Mama seen TV, and she says, Tommy, she said, what's wrong with you, boy? She said, Bill Dundee, you're out there fighting him. She said, you need to talk to him. She said, think back. She said, don't forget your past. You know, I'm the type of man that likes to go on and keep going. But she says, think about your past. Think about the first break you ever got in professional wrestling. Well, she said, you and Bill Dundee, your biggest break was when you and Bill Dundee won the Southern Heavyweight Tag Team titles. And I said, well, you know, you're right, Mom. You're exactly right. So, Bill, I'm standing out here today, and I'm talking to you. Now, you look at who you've teamed up with. Jerry the King Lawler. You know, anytime he needs somebody, he always calls and gets help. But every time that you start getting a little ahead of Jerry Lawler or getting a little ahead of Brian Christopher, they get jealous, Dave. And they'll stab you in the back, Bill. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Bill, come to your senses and realize that you and me were tag team partners together. I've never lied to you then, and I'm not lying to you now. You think about Jerry the King Lawler, Brian Christopher. I mean, when you start hanging around with the pretty girls, chasing the pretty women, well, they both going to get mad. And they going to go to Eddie Martin, and they going to say, man, we need to get you out of here, Dundee, because you're getting over us. So, Dundee, just take it, word of warning. Just watch Lawler and watch Brian Christopher, because I'm telling you, they're going to stab him in the back.
Well, that's your word. It sounds like a man who is part of a team that's been beaten badly by a team that includes Bill Dundee talking. That's what it sounds like to me.
What are you laughing about?
And you come on, you got a title match right here. Buddy Landell, the challenger, has just arrived. If I were you instead of Dundee, you probably
Bill, like I said, you just keep an eye on Brian Christopher and Jerry Lawler. That's all I got to say.
Okay, well, we hear you. I'm sure Bill Dundee will take note of that. But if I were you, I'd concentrate on my competition here with the title on the line. Buddy Landell in the ring right now, and we are just about set to go. USWA heavyweight title is on the line. Tommy Rich has now climbed into the ring. Buddy Landell taking off that bright red sparkly robe.
And an H boy with a big shot here today, Dave.
Here we go. Referee Kevin Christian is calling for the bell. There's a nature boy right there, trying to take that title away from Tommy Rich. Remember, these two are former tag team partners. They have had some tough battles against each other.
Clean break there from Buddy Landell.
Tommy Rich backed into the corner and says, hey, I'm in the corner, got my hands up, back him away. And Landell did back away. Let's see if Rich does it.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. And of course he does. But Landell lays him down with a right hand that time.
Hey, clean break. Yeah, who's the one that didn't give the clean break? It was Tommy Rich, and Buddy Landell says, you want to do that? Okay, I can do that.
Short clothesline from the Nature Boy. Cover! Two! Rich kicks out. Only two, boy. Tommy Rich was almost stripped of that title there.
I thought he had him. I thought the 3 count, but the referee says, nope, only a count of 2. Scott Bowden trying to call timeout. He's telling Tommy, settle down. Out of bounds, yeah. Scott, I tell you, part of the problem, I can't believe a manager worth his salt would allow a man to look past an opponent in a championship match as important as this one. And that's exactly what Rich was doing out here a little bit earlier in the interview. He was thinking all Bill Dundee. He didn't even have a word to say about Buddy Landell.
You're exactly right, Dave, and this is a USWA title bout. Special TV time here today, and Rich has a tough opponent in there, and Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Right hand from Tommy Rich.
Yeah, he had that fist doubled and really nailed Buddy hard with it back in the corner. Look out.
Yeah, over in the corner there. As Rich slams down on Buddy Landell. Big right hand from Wildfire, Tommy Rich. Flips him over, and a cover here. One. Landell up.
Landell had a 2 count on Rich earlier. Rich just got the 1 count on Landell, but it doesn't matter. It takes the count of 3 in order to be declared the winner and the champion in this case. There's a cover. Again, a count of 1 by Rich.
After that DDT, I thought he may have gotten Landell that time. Only a 1 count. Nature Boy fighting his way back. Buddy Landell swinging away at Tommy Rich. Oh, look at this. Going for that figure 4 leg lock, Dave.
That might be it.
He's got him.
He's set up on it pretty well. That usually ends the match when Landell gets set up on it. So far, Rich hasn't given it up, but the referee is checking.
He's checking him on Wildfire. Tommy Rich trying to hold on, but he may... Oh, only a 2 count.
Jumps in.
Jumps in. Come on, man. Shotbout puts his 2 cents in the title.
An intentional disqualification, and now here comes Doug Gilbert in. Tommy Rich was beaten. He had lost the belt, and then all of a sudden Bowden interferes, gets him disqualified. The belt doesn't change hands on a DQ. Here's Brian Christopher in to help out.
You sexy Brian Christopher shows up, and there goes.
Oh, look out from behind.
Landell just ran Scott Bowden out of here, Dave, while Rich and Gilbert double team Brian Christopher. Whoa, he misses. Christopher, body back.
Here's Bill Dundee. Oh, Brian turned. He heard somebody coming from behind and assumed, I'm sure, that it was going to be Doug Gilbert.
Man.
And he just nailed Bill Dundee.
Hey, Dundee! See what I told you? I told you they'd turn on you. See that, Dundee?
Come on, that looked like an accident to me, in spite of what Tommy Rich says. Dundee is leaving. We'll be back with more action in a moment. Tommy Rich, still the champion. Well, we've had one good match, at least up until Scott Bowden interfered in the championship match here as a result of disqualification. So Tommy Rich loses the match, but keeps the USWA title, since the title cannot change hands on a DQ. Spellbinder headed this way, led by Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious taking a Spellbinder under his wing some time ago. Spellbinder has a match coming up against Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, here in just a moment.
See, Dave Brown, like these pukes out here and the pukes that sit at home, everybody's dream is to be like Sid Vicious and to be the world champion. But see, Dave Brown, to be the world champion, you've got to have things that you have paid for all your life. So you have got to get up like I do at 6 o'clock in the morning. I show up for the gym. I work out till sweat pours out of my body like a fountain. I live and breathe and sleep wrestling. Everything, every part of the day in my life, I dedicate it to my business. And the main business for me, Dave Brown, is to keep this belt around my waist. And that's why I am the greatest at the sport today. Now, Dave Brown, see, I have taken this man right here, the Spellbinder, and I am going to tell everybody one day he will be the world champion. Now, see, I have been to the arenas and the coliseums around the world, and I've seen this man single-handedly beat everybody. Now, you know, a couple weeks ago when I took him under my wing, since that day, his record right now is 21-0. He wrestles twice a night, 3 times a night. It doesn't matter, because the man has got a goal. The man has got a mission. The man has got a responsibility, and that is to back up everything I say. Now, we are going to go one step farther in our quest to do exactly what we say. And today, he is going to beat one more person, and that person is going to be Jeff Gaylord. And I want you people to realize something before I am through. In your hearts, you'll say that this man is the #1 contender. And that is the point that you're fixing to prove.
Spellbinder headed for the ring right now to do battle against Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger. Not an easy opponent for anyone. Sid Vicious has been saying that Spellbinder is the #1 contender, and I've got to say he has certainly proved himself in the ring. There's no doubt about it. There's Jeff Gaylord. I didn't see him for a moment. I didn't see him when he came out, but he is right there, climbing up on the ring apron, into the ring, and we are just about set to go. Spellbinder against Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger.
This should be a good bout here today. Good bout.
Gaylord hands the warm-up jacket out. As soon as we get the signal from the referee, we're underway. And here we go. Sid Vicious.
Oh, Gaylord, you think to get your guts kicked out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, boy, you don't interfere. Get him, Spellbinder.
It is a tough business, but I mean,
Jeff's doing pretty good right now.
Jeff Gaylord, I mean, has proved himself time and time in the ring, and all he's got to do is just get in there and, well, maybe not. Spellbinder slows him down right there.
Who's like that is why this man is the #1 contender.
Whoa, what a move from Gaylord.
Yeah, Gaylord put a pretty good move on there, no doubt about it. Back into the rope. Fires him across the way. There's a tackle by Jeff Gaylord. He sets up in the 3-point stance. Oh, Spellbinder moves out of the way.
Oh, boy.
Jeff, is there anyone at home?
Ooh, big slam by Spellbinder. Drops down on Jeff Gaylord right in the middle of the ring.
Spellbinder says it's over.
Boy, these people out here, they don't appreciate when they see a good athlete. They're looking at Jeff Gaylord with the fancy ribbons around his arms.
There he goes again, and he takes Spellbinder down to the mat. I think they do appreciate a good athlete. I think athletic ability is something that they respect. I think that's one reason the former All-American's been so successful.
Look at him. I feel sorry for this guy. Jeff, I feel sorry for you. You are an idiot. I feel sorry. Look at him.
Sid, now you had him distracted here. He's out here paying more attention to you than the Spellbinder. Look out, Sid Vicious has just...
Yeah, that's it.
And the match is over. Jeff Gaylord has lost, and Sid Vicious has just climbed into the ring. Vicious, he didn't get into the ring before the bell sounded, but he was indirectly responsible for what happened to Gaylord and losing the match anyway because he had him distracted. And now the double team. Match is over. The match is over, Sid Vicious climbs in there, and he and Spellbinder double team on Gaylord to prove, and what they're trying to prove is how tough Spellbinder is. If he's so tough, why is Vicious in there?
That's Toronto Slam from Vicious. Now that stuff, let me tell you, absolutely uncalled for. Vicious and the Spellbinder both double teaming the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord. Buddy Landell out to check on Jeff.
Yeah, Buddy trying to help him out.
Impressive.
That distraction, that's what it was. There's no doubt the distraction caused by Sid Vicious being over here and talking about the Spellbinder was instrumental in that defeat.
Let me tell you something, Dave. It's something as simple as me sitting over here, minding my business, cause you a match. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell Gaylord and I'll tell Buddy Lindell. If that's going to cause you a match, then, Buddy, you better get your butt out of here. Because if you don't have it, you don't have it, and you don't blame me, Buddy Lindell. I got a word with you, buddy. I want you to come over here.
All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Buddy?
Yeah. Buddy, now if you can't remember just a few days ago that this man, he kicked your guts out, but because of the fans made the choice for you to wrestle me, I then kicked your guts out. Now, if you want to do the easy thing, and don't feel like a coward in front of these people, because they won't think of you as one, buddy. You can do the easy thing, because around here I am the man, and I am going to let you do it, buddy. I'm going to let you tell these people and tell these people at home that you are scared. That you are scared to take the rematch with the Spellbinder because, one, you don't want no part of him, and two, you are scared of hell of me. Now, before the show is up, I'm going to expect and accept you telling us and the chiefs that we call fans of the USWA that you are a coward, but you're smart enough to know when to take the easy road.
You know, a lesser man couldn't have got choke slammed and power bombed in the same night. I got a lot of respect for you, Sid, because you are the man. But to be the man...
Okay, I want to tell you about USWA Championship Wrestling on Tour. Tonight, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Earl Bell Community Center, right down there on Church Street. You see the people in Jonesboro tonight. Returning the superstar, Bill Dundee, right down there in Jonesboro tonight. Also, Doug Gilbert on the card. Tommy Rich, Brian Christopher, Miss Texas, the Moondogs, Rex and Spot, Beauty and the Beast on the card. Scott Bowden, all coming up tonight. Oh, sorry, yeah, next Saturday. I'm sorry, yeah, next Saturday, November 26th in Jonesboro. I'm sorry, I'm saying tonight. It's next Saturday night in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Earl Bell Community Center on Church Street. Tickets are on sale at Front Page Cafe for wrestling next Saturday night. Pardon me, next Saturday night, Earl Bell Community Center, right down there on Church Street. Going to be a big night of wrestling next Saturday night, and coming soon, West Point, Mississippi. USWA Wrestling in West Point, Mississippi. Coming up this Monday night, though, there is going to be wrestling this Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. Unified World Title, Sid Vicious takes on Mabel from the World Wrestling Federation, over 500 pounds. And Doug Gilbert, Tommy Rich, Scott Bowden all in there. Six-man tag match. Taking on Jerry the King Lawler, Too Sexy Brian Christopher, Superstar Bill Dundee. Yeah, real pretty what you guys out here.
You know what it amounts to, Corey? Eddie Marlin, Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee, Brian Christopher. Excuse me, but the whole stinking USWA, there isn't a stinking one of them that can stop us. Now, what we got's a situation where Jerry Lawler, Dundee, Brian Christopher, they want Dangerous Doug, myself, and Scott Bowden. Well, that's kind of a mismatch. He's the brains and we're the pain, Jack. So what I'm saying, Brian Christopher, Bill Dundee, y'all got any guts? Let us take Troy Graham, the Dream Machine, and let him be our partner.
That's what you want to do now.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I think that's fair. 3 wrestlers against 3 wrestlers.
Well, what about Scott Bowden being around the ring?
He'll be in the corner like where he's supposed to be.
We're on the sideline anyway. I'm not a wrestler. Well, here's the Dream Machine out here, Troy Graham, and
I have never in my life turned my back on my brother Tommy Rich. Tommy, I heard what you said out here, and I promise you one thing, Bill Dundee, you will never turn your back on me. You want Jerry Lawler, well, you might end up with a broken leg, and you want Brian Christopher, well, that's just fine. You got hit once, stairs today. You might get hit Monday night. You never know, but I guarantee you one thing, Tommy Rich. I'll stick to you to hell and back if you'll stick with me, and I know you will. I know you will, because you want to get down funky, you want to rumble in the jungle. Well, I got news for you, baby. Troy the Dream Machine Ground was built just like a Memphis, baby. I was built on a bluff, but I'm rough and tough, and I'm hard to bluff. And I got news for you, Dundee. If you want to go the distance with me, he wants to get bloody, that's just fine.
Look at that neck brace, baby. Dundee, you're going to be wearing one of these necks, I promise you that.
Well, we'll see you in that big six-man tag grudge. Coming up Monday night, and again, Jonesboro next Saturday night. Earl Bell Community Center. More action coming up right here. The Moondogs still to come on USWA Championship Wrestling action.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been some kind of day already here today. And more to come, because Beauty and the Beast are scheduled in a match right here in just a moment. Beauty and the Beast, of course, talking about Ron and Jimmy Harris.
Yeah.
Big
Here they are.
guys. There's Jimmy right there, you can see, and leading the way, big Ron Harris. They are very, very large, and they're trying to end up with the USWA tag titles around their waist, too. Those belts have been held up.
Moondog, the preliminary is over. Round one is said and done. Everybody likes to have a little pet dog around their house. And somebody here in the USWA is watching out for you boys. They held the belts up. What is that? Now, we have another match with you guys. Belts on the line again. This week, we're going to pick it up a notch, and when it's said and done, a few chairs, a few boards, some trash cans, and you're going to remember what life's about. This time, nothing's going to be held up. And you slowly but surely are going to start to remember how things used to be.
Well, there's a word from Ron Harris. Beauty and the Beast as they head to the ring right now. Been back in the USWA for a couple of weeks now. Ron says, all right, I'm the Beast, but Cousin Jimmy here's a good-looking one in the family. That's the Beauty. Beauty and the Beast going against Corey Williams and Tony Williams here today.
Yeah, of course, no relation.
And the bell sounds, and we are just about set to go. I tell you what, Tony and Corey are giving away lots of size here today. Tony, a very athletic young man, works out a lot in the gym. And Corey is also in very good condition. We'll see how they do against Beauty and the Beast.
Out there, gorgeous Jimmy Harris backing Tony Williams in the corner there, and nails him with a right hand right in the midsection. Whips him in. Oh, reversal here by Tony Williams. Good takedown from Tony. And again, he takes down gorgeous Jimmy. Nice drop kick. Oh, boy. Tony Williams looking good early on. Taking care of gorgeous Jimmy Harris in there. Attack made on Big Ron Harris. Beauty and the Beast. Oh, Corey Williams in there. Boy, Ron Harris picks him up. Oh, man.
Wow.
What a slam from Big Ron Harris. And the Beauty and the Beast teaming up in there now. Whip Corey in. Big clothesline. Takes him down.
Man, did he turn him a flip coming off of there. He landed sideways on the mat. And now Jimmy picking him up, backs him over to the corner where Big Ron Harris holds him up from outside. Boy, you talk about power. These Harrises have it, don't they?
Oh, indeed. Indeed. Corey Williams comes off. Small back has got him rolled up. One. Oh, and Big Ron Harris jumps in, breaks the cover, tosses Tony Williams out of the ring. Got Corey on his back, drops back on Corey Williams. Gorgeous Jimmy Harris gets the 1, 2, 3, and that'll do it. That's all she wrote. Beauty and the Beast gets the win over Tony Williams and Corey Williams. Tony and Corey started off pretty good in there, but there's no match for these two big guys.
And a body slam. They continue to work on Corey and Tony after the match is over. They're just running wild. Well, I tell you what, look out this week because the Moondogs are going to be running wild with the USWA tag titles at stake, as they, of course, are not at stake here today. They just continue to work on these young guys.
Oh, yeah. That's enough of that.
Slam after slam. Hey, here come the Moondogs.
Here's somebody that'll fight them. The Moondogs, Rex and Spot, with Terrence hand in hand. Oh, they go after the Beauty and the Beast. Oh,
Look out, look out, look out. Oh,
right
into the turnpost.
There he does, Terry over there fighting it out on the concrete floor. And the Moondogs come out. I think the Beauty and the Beast now all of a sudden have had enough. Ron Harris goes running out of here, and he grabs his partner and says, hey, come on, let's get out of here.
Let's us get out of here. We'll be back in just a moment. Look out. Well, it's going to be a big one Monday night at the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, bringing in action from the WWF. Mabel is going to be here. Look at the entire card here. One of the favorites from around here, King Cobra, is going to be in action Monday night, going against Phantom Tragedy
Cobra.
Wrestling as a single. Then you got Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, tough wrestler, no doubt about it. Had a tough time here today with Spellbinder, but again, Sid Vicious gets an assist there. Phantom Sorrow will be his opponent. Fantasia has to climb back into the ring against Ms. Texas. These two really go after each other in a match. Yeah, and you got them again Monday night at the Coliseum. Don't miss this one. Return title contender match, Spellbinder against Nature Boy Buddy Landell. And Buddy Landell has not been back to say that he was not going to show up, in spite of what Sid Vicious said he expected to hear. Landell said, I've got to go through Spellbinder to get to you. I will do it. And Monday night is when that happens. Mixed six-person tag elimination match. You got the Phantoms and Fantasia on one side of the ring. You got King Cobra, Jeff Gaylord, and Miss Texas on the other. That should also be an interesting match. Six-person tag elimination. Then, USWA titles, tag titles, Beauty and the Beast. They tried to get them once before, weren't successful. The Moondogs tried to hold on to them. It all ended up with the belts being held up. But the promoters have them back on the line, and this week they will be at stake. Beauty and the Beast, or the Moondogs, will be the new USWA Tag Team Champions following the action.
Going to have Miss Texas in there with them, too.
Ah, that's exactly right. Hey, that'll add interest to the entire thing there, too, let me tell you. Then a grudge six-man tag match. You got the King, Jerry Lawler, Superstar Bill Dundee, and Brian Christopher. What a team they have made.
Oh, man.
My goodness, and they'll be going against Tommy Rich, Doug Gilbert, and Scott Bowden. These people just don't learn, apparently. They just
What does it take for them to learn, Dave?
They'll be going against them Monday night, and then, of course, Sid Vicious will be going against Mabel from the WWF with a unified title at stake, and Mabel, I'm figuring this time, is going to be different from last time. Here's Brian Christopher and Bill Dundee.
Bill, I know you got a lot of things you want to talk about, but something I want to say before we even get started. Now, I'm out here, and I'm as mad as a man can get. But what I want to tell you is, earlier today in the show, when I ran out here and I jumped in on Tommy Rich and Doug Gilbert, I want to tell you right now that when I hit you, that was a complete accident. I heard all these people yelling and screaming. I thought Doug Gilbert was the one behind me, so I just want you to know that I did not mean to do it. And I don't apologize often. So believe me when I tell you that I am truly sorry. But right now, what I want to talk about is, I want to talk about Tommy Rich. I want to talk about Doug Gilbert and that little weasel Scott Bowden. Y'all are trying to tell this man that I'm going to turn my back on him, that Jerry Lawler is going to turn his back on him. I don't think so. You know, they say blood is thicker than water. And when you got these three right here, I believe that we're the same as blood. So I'm not going to turn my back on this man. Now, sure, back in the past, I might have been I guess you could say, a mean and a nasty guy. But I've changed my ways just a little bit, and I think this man has changed his ways also. But what I want to do right now, I want to bring Eddie Marlin out here, because those three, Scott Bowden, Tommy Rich, and Doug Gilbert, they got to, Eddie Marlin, come on out here. Because I got to tell you something. I want you to change it for Monday night. This Monday night, I heard them say they want the Dream Machine. They want it 4-on-3. Well, I just got off the phone with Jerry Lawler, and he said that is fine with him because he's got a score to settle with the Dream Machine. So, Eddie Marlin, if you're back there, I want you out here right now.
Yeah, here's Eddie. Here he comes.
Eddie, you heard what I said. You heard what they said. They want to change the match. They want to add Dream Machine, but they also want Scott Bowden in the ring. Well, that is fine with me. If it's fine with Bill, I know that it's fine with Jerry Lawler.
What they want to do is have Troy Graham, or whatever he calls himself, sneak in from behind. If you'll do all us a favor and put him in the ring, put Bowden on the floor, he's easier to handle. Put that Dream Machine in the ring.
That suits me fine. That way they won't have to worry about where he's coming from.
Okay, still a six-man match with Bowden allowed at ringside, right?
He'll be outside the ring, and the Dream Machine will be their partner inside the ring.
Okay.
As long as I can get my hands on him, that's fine with me. Boys, you wanted it. You want all four of you out there on the three of us. That's fine with me. You're going to live to regret Monday night.
Yes, you are. Troy Graham, I want you, Mr. Cameraman, to zoom in on this face, brother. You're right. We went up and down the road. We was bad and we was good, and we've done it all, brother. And we're going to do it again Monday night. As sure as hell as my name is Bill Dundee. I don't like you, Graham. I don't know if I liked you back then or not, because it was a different lifestyle. Half the time we didn't know what we was doing. And you, Rich, you snake in the grass, you egg-sucking dog, you was one then and you're one now. And let me tell you something, you little manager, nothing happening. You said that being a legend is just another word for being old. Well, brother, when George Foreman walked the aisle, he walked back carrying the gold. You just get better with age, brother. Wine, violence, and Bill Dundee just get better with age. And you, Doug Gilbert, you walk behind her, nothing happening. You just walk that aisle, brother. And what's going to happen next week, I don't care. You take a look and you tell me how old you think this is. I don't give a damn no more, brother. You can't say nothing about me. You can't do nothing to me that hasn't been said and done. And Jerry Lawler, it's all been tried on him. It's all been said on him. And you know why I like this kid? Because he reminds me of me 20 years ago. Walk the aisle, boy, Monday night, and we kicking your can all over it. And oh, my God, I tell you, great.
Monday night it happens at the Mid-South Coliseum. Change has been made. Troy Graham, the Dream Machine, will be in the ring. Yeah. And don't forget, Mabel from the WWF coming in to go against Sid Vicious, unified title on the line. 7:30 Monday night. We'll have more right here when we come back. You stay with us. Right now, it's the Cadillac Brothers, and their opponents headed this way with a garbage can, a folded metal chair, and Miss Texas, who sounds the whistle. And we're underway with a main event of the day. Miss Texas headed over this way as the Moondogs battle the Cadillac Brothers. And I know these guys, not only they could talk about this match or concerned about this match today, but the tag title match coming up later this week.
Yeah, you know, Dave, the tag team belts have been held up right now. But I still think the Moondogs are the toughest tag team around today. See, what makes them so great is that they just don't wrestle, they fight. They bring trash cans, tables, chairs, it doesn't matter. Whatever it takes to win, that's the Moondogs.
You're right about that.
They watch my back, too.
There's no doubt about that. They are ready to battle any way they have to when they step into the wrestling arena.
Boy, Big Daddy Fleetwood down on the floor takes a lick and a half from Moondog spot with that metal chair. What a lick.
You know, these, the Moondogs, look out. Well, I saw them behind that desk there and want to get back out of their way. Matter of fact, I want to stay back out of their way.
Really? You know, I haven't seen Fantasia today. Fantasia, if you keep sticking your nose in my business, I'm going to give you a Texas-style butt kick.
Moondogs back in the ring. One of the Cadillac Brothers in serious trouble.
Boy, 700 pounds on Sweet Joe El Dorado. That is it. 1, 2, 3. Look out. Here's Beauty and the Beast out there.
Beauty and the Beast. They already have the title match signed, and they jump the Moondogs. The match is over.
Good idea, Dave, to ring the bell and try to get this thing settled because it could turn into some kind of fight.
And the Cadillac brothers have left. Now one of the Moondogs out of the ring. Big Ron Harris after him down here on Drew on the desk. Look out.
Oh, hits referee Kevin Christian over there.
In the ring, Jimmy Harris with Moondog Spot. Rex down here being pounded.
Man, I don't know if the studio's big enough for all four of these guys to go at it out here. It could be something awesome.
Look, we're behind on time. I hate to do it. We're going to have to cut away. We'll be back in a moment. Folks will meet again, though, and it won't be that long. Yeah. Monday night, Memphis Mid-South Coliseum, as a matter of fact. 7:30 it all starts. Here's the opening match on the card. King Cobra goes against Phantom Tragedy. Phantom Sorrow will be going against Jeff Gaylord. Miss Texas against Fantasia. Now, you heard Miss Texas a moment ago saying she hadn't seen Fantasia around here today. Fantasia better look out because she'll be seeing plenty of Miss Texas Monday night in the ring at the Mid-South Coliseum. Return title contender match.
Good.
Spellbinder going against Buddy Landell. Spellbinder, the #1 contender, according to Sid Vicious. Buddy Landell says he doesn't care who the #1 contender is. He wants a shot at Sid Vicious, and if he has to defeat the Spellbinder to do it, that's exactly what he's going to attempt to do Monday night. Mixed 6-person tag elimination match. Phantoms and Fantasia against King Cobra, Jeff Gaylord, and Miss Texas. Tag elimination rules will be in effect. Then the USWA title match, tag title match. The belts have been held up, as we have been telling you. Moondogs, former champions, Beauty and the Beast, the Harrises, Ron and Jimmy would love to have the belts. They say that the first round is over, but the second round is the one in which they are going to walk out with the belts around their waist. Well, we'll find out come Monday night. Moondogs certainly have other ideas about that, and with Miss Texas over in their corner, they are certainly not to be counted out of any match, much less a championship match. Then, grudge 6-person match. Now, there's been a bit of a change on this one. It'll still be the superstar, Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher. What a team they made last week. Man, they were just awesome at the Mid-South Coliseum against Tommy Rich, Doug Gilbert. Yeah, Scott Bowden will be there, but he'll be outside the ring, and instead put the Dream Machine in there.
Yeah, charge around.
I didn't think it was such a good idea at first, but then when they explained it to me, it did make sense. When Brian Christopher and Bill Dundee said, hey, what they want to do is have Graham sneak up behind us, put him in the ring so we can see him. He's going to be there Monday night. Final match, unified world title on the line, the return of Mabel from the WWF to challenge Sid Vicious. This time, will it be different? Mabel thinks so. Sid Vicious says, well, Sid's version of the whole thing wasn't exactly as we remember it anyway. But the unified world title will be on the line Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Make your plans right now to be there. Corey, we got more coming up next week from USWA Championship Wrestling. We hope you'll be joining us then. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
Wrestling show. 2 black brothers danced on the sea. They were called the strong, not me, but me.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.